Hello YouTube family, Carl Baldassarre back with another classic rock riff review. And for this episode we're going back 50 years to 1973 and I'm going to give you the top 6 great guitar riffs from that year. And man, there were so many great albums released that year. I only picked 6. I know there's going to be a whole lot more that you'd want me to do. Please send me some comments on that. But without any further ado, let's dive into the year 1973. Okay, for riff number 1, we're going to Paul McCartney and Wings, and back on December 5th, 1973, the band released their great album, Band on the Run. And this song, which was mixed in Montego Bay, Jamaica, is called Let Me Roll It. I think it's about love being a wheel, but I don't know. The song is in 6/8, it's got a great sort of isolated guitar riff. Let me play it for you. Yeah, isn't that so cool how that line comes in between all of the beats like that? And it's coming in on the 2, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 4, 5, 6, 1. Right? Very, very cool. Let Me Roll It by Paul McCartney and Wings. Okay, for riff number 2, we're going to go to a song that not only got its name because of it's a big lumbering riff, but actually because of the fact of the way that it was put together in the studio. The band was just jamming and didn't have an arrangement, so the engineer actually took bits and pieces of the reel-to-reel tape and spliced them together to get the final arrangement of the song. And this song went to #1 as an instrumental on the US Billboard charts. It came out on the 21st of February 1973 on an album entitled They Only Come Out at Night. The band is called Edgar Winter Group, and this song is called Frankenstein. Let's take a look at this really killer opening riff to this song. Yeah, you have Rick Derringer on this song, and I'll tell you what, Rick is an incredible guitar player. I never really dug into this track. There are so many layers and so many things going on. The guitar playing is phenomenal. It's almost progressive rock-like. I love when he breaks off of that riff and he goes into these secondary parts behind it, these little chromatic runs, they go like this. Frankenstein by Edgar Winter and Rick Derringer. Okay, for riff number 3, we're going to kind of stay with the Edgar Winter Group because we're going to do a riff by Rick Derringer. This was his big breakthrough hit. It's the song Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. It came out on the 23rd of February 1973 on his album All American Boy. And I'm telling you, digging into this riff again, it sort of salutes Rick Derringer, who's a great rock and roll guitar player. Check out the riff from Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. Rock and roll, hoochie coo, lordy mama, light my fuse. So riff number 4, we go to the great American band, the Doobie Brothers. And in 1973, on July 25th, on their album, The Captain and Me, they released a really, really catchy hit song called China Grove. I love the guitar riff on this song. It's simple, but yet it's so well executed. Let's check out the guitar riff on China Grove. Such a really, really cool and catchy riff. And the thing that I was surprised by, actually it's all downpicked. It's very, very aggressive. And it's really articulately well played, where he's stroking down, hitting the chord, kind of going to a muted open E. It's happening very quickly. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's not this, right? It's very subtle, but it really makes a difference when you're getting these riffs. Also, the thing that makes that riff sound really, really unique is he's got a delay, an echo, that's actually tracking to the tempo of the song. Has a little bit of feedback on it and a little bit of bounce, so it really, really makes the riff very, very memorable. China Grove by Doobie Brothers. Riff number 5, we have Peter Frampton, and he had a song that actually was released twice in his career. The first time was on October 28, 1973. The song was called Do You Feel Like We Do, and it appeared on his album Frampton's Camel. Now, when you go to 1976 and he released his Frampton Comes Alive album, which really put him at the top of the charts, this was one of the mainstays and the showstopper of that concert. So everybody remembers the great kind of lyrical guitar intro, the beautiful power chords of the chorus, and also the epic use of the talk box on the vocal and guitar for his crowd interplay when he says, "Do you feel like I do?" So let's take a look at the beautiful lyrical intro of the song, Do You Feel Like We Do? So not only do you have that beautiful legato lyrical harmony line that he's doing, then he breaks into those power chords on the verse, and then you got the big power chord chorus, which goes like this. Peter Frampton's Do You Feel Like We Do? We've done 5 already, but now we're steady. And then they went. 1, 2. No, hold it. All right. That should be a little bit of a hint to you. So, if you haven't guessed by now, on March 28, 1973, the mighty Led Zeppelin released their album Houses of the Holy, of which I did a complete album review just recently on my channel, so make sure you check that episode out. But on that album, they released this really, really great song to close the record. The track is called The Ocean, also known as Who Stole the Eighth Note, because they have a really strange time signature where they go from 4/4 to 7/8, and if you try to keep the beat, you realize there's a missing eighth note. But apart from that, it's quintessential Led Zeppelin, and you have a song that's really titled and written about what it looks like from stage to look at the ocean of faces as you're playing live. So let's take a look at that really, really cool opening riff to The Ocean by Led Zeppelin and Jimmy Page. Did you notice that on the power chord part, that actually the chords are struck with all down picking? And I just recently kind of picked up on that and looking at the live version of it. So watch how quickly he's hitting the chords with these downstrokes. Yeah, so it's these kind of little details that really matter to the sound of it and the sound for Jimmy Page. All right, I know I said 6, but let me give you a bonus one, number 7 from 1973. Let me give you another track from Houses of the Holy by Led Zeppelin. See if you recognize this riff. So that wraps up our 1973 classic rock riff review. I know I left out a lot of great riffs, so feel free to send me comments on the ones you'd like to hear. We'll do another episode. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thank you for all the viewers. And remember, most of my viewers are not subscribers, so if you really want to help this channel, please like, subscribe. You can hit the super thanks. We really appreciate that. And I'm Carl Baldassarre, and we'll see you again.